I'm outside Treaslake Garage in Chute, East Devon, which is in the southwest part of England. What we're doing here is sorting out the wheels and tyres for the Ford Focus. Now, it turns out that the Ford Transit Connect runs off the same platform as a Ford Focus, and therefore we can use the steel wheels that have come off one of those vehicles. Now, they run in both a 16-inch or a 15-inch option. And what we're doing is we're fitting the tallest tyres that we can to both of those size rims. So Des, the owner of Treaslake Garage, has very kindly offered to support the expedition, and his young lad Finn will be doing the tyre changing for us. Now Des, obviously brilliant guy, can't thank him enough for his support with this one, but also he's an excellent bloke because he's an ex-British Army vehicle mechanic, serving with the Corps of REME, so that's Royal Electrical Mechanical Engineers, the same corps that I served with. I was a helicopter mechanic, he was a vehicle mechanic, and our chief expedition mechanic is also currently serving REME VM, vehicle mechanic. So yeah, so here we are. They do service, tyres, MOTs and repairs. And for all of you watching outside of the United Kingdom, an MOT is an annual test of vehicle roadworthiness. Has to be done, so it looks at things like brakes, tyres condition, emissions, sort of, you know, components that aren't rusted and all that kind of stuff. So it's an annual test. Every car over 3 years old must go through an MOT test. So that's what they do here. So for years now, all of my vehicles have come down here to be MOT'd by Des and his excellent team here. So yeah, so we're going to take a wander down. I think Finn's ready to start working on the tyres, and we're going to deal with the 16-inch rims and tyres first. And then I'll probably leave him with the 15-inch rims and he can sort that out, and I'll pick them up later. So yeah, if you're in the area and you need some excellent guys to do work for you, give them a call. The number's up there. As you can see here, we've got two different lengths of tyre valve. There's a long one and a shorter one. So we're going to go for the shorter ones because it's kind of inside the tyre. Obviously, if that was a longer one, it would be sticking up more prone to damage.
And then just pull it up. It's sat in there proper now.
As simple as that then, eh?
Easy.
And the reason we've gone for steels is because they're a lot stronger than alloys and they tend to bend and therefore could be hammered back into shape, as opposed to alloys that tend to crack. The other issue you've got in places like Africa is that very few people are going to be able to weld alloy, whereas almost every village in Africa will be able to weld steel. And if push comes to shove, you just kind of get a few batteries, 12-volt car batteries together and some jump leads, and you can do it yourself as long as you've got welding rods.
A bit of tyre soap just help it slide onto the rim easier without breaking any of the rubber.
So easy with the right kit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried doing this in the desert with some tyre levers and it's ridiculously difficult. Not impossible, but yeah.
Not an easy task.
Not an easy job, yeah. And then the hardest thing, obviously you're going to be using compressed air to very quickly inflate this so it pops onto the rim. Yeah. We don't carry such big air compressors, and therefore it's very difficult to get it to seal properly. And you might have seen videos of people squirting like aerosol deodorant into the rim and then setting fire to it, and that pops it on.
Shouldn't shake going down the road now.
So there we go. All four done. Transit Connect rims, really nice Cooper all-terrains, got a bit of meat on them, and they are a profile of 215 65 16. So when we get back to mine, we'll compare that with what came off it. Well, that was absolutely fantastic. So I'm leaving Treaslake Garage, heading home. I've got 4 Transit Connect rims, 16-inch, with those Cooper all-terrain tyres fitted. So the next thing now is one of our mechanics, Pete Fowden. He was our number 2 mechanic on the last Sahara expedition. He'll be popping over on Saturday, and what we're going to do is we're going to fit the 30mm suspension spacers. We'll do a tutorial there of how to fit them step by step. So that's the rear spring and the rear shock, and then the front strut. Each will have a 30mm spacer fitted, so that'll lift the bodywork or push the wheels down, whichever way you want to look at it. And then we will fit these taller tyres. Now, obviously, there's things we have to look at to make sure they don't foul particularly at the front, they don't foul the struts or the springs element. They don't foul when you're on full lock, left and right. So yeah, so I've just met one of the other guys who works with Des called Ben. Used to build rally cars in his day. So we've already been chatting about the snorkel that we may try and fit, because obviously you really want to be sucking air into the engine from as high up as possible, away from all the sort of the dust and the dirt that gets kicked up by the wheels. So yeah, once we fit everything, we're going to take it back to Treaslake Garage, and they're going to do the tracking. So basically that's ensuring that the wheels are running true. They're not kind of leaning in, they're not leaning out, or they're not, I believe it's called towing, when they're twisting inside and out. So they're going to look at all that and then check things like the drive shaft angles. Obviously there's a drive shaft coming out the gearbox. It doesn't want to be at too acute an angle, because that will affect things like your CV joints or constant velocity joints, and they could wear prematurely. Last thing you want in the middle of the Sahara Desert. So a fantastic hour or so down with Treaslake Garage. Can't thank them enough and all their support. Really hoping that as this project grows, we can get Des to come and be the support crew for the Sahara expedition, but one step at a time. So yeah, wheels and tyres are done for the moment. I've left the 15-inch Transit Connect rims down there, and some old tyres that have come off a Suzuki Jimny 4x4. They have the same diameter as the ones that we've just fitted, however they are a lot narrower. So the ones we've got at the moment are so a width of 215mm. The Jimny ones are only 195, so if we struggle with getting these tyres to fit the Focus, because they will foul something on the inside, then backup is to look at the 15-inch. But yeah, like I say, can't thank Treaslake enough. Des and his team, absolutely brilliant. For anyone in the East Devon area or even further afield, and you need your vehicle MOT'd, serviced or repaired, then give the guys a call. Really decent bunch of guys. So yeah, fantastic. We'll keep you posted as what happens next. Cheers.